put a good stamp on their chances to play in the semifinals tomorrow. Center ice faceoff is won by Carshield. Waddell plays it up along the far side boards to Walpert. Now it's played back in behind the goal. There's a shot by Andrews. There's a rebound, and now they score! Flipped up in the air, and Tony Andrews fired it home, and it's 1-0 Carshield early. Tony Andrews gets the goal early. Kenny Vaught is the goaltender for Esmark, 5'10" out of Larksville, Pennsylvania. Thought the initial save was made, and the puck hopped up in the air and got behind Vaught. So it is 1-0 Carshield, not even 30 seconds into the hockey game. Now the puck gets flung out of play. And that halts play momentarily. Grady Reese, he is the Carshield goaltender. 6 foot, 165 pounds out of St. Louis, Missouri. Vaught handles that one. Cermak up to Bruich. Bruich plays it up to Brophy. Brophy had it taken away from him by Parker Winkleman. And now up ahead comes Carshield. Tries to evade one man. Bruich gets bumped. And it's played around. Parch trying to get it past one man. And now it comes out to the center where Weber had it past him. Brophy is able to get there first. Brophy gets hammered into the boards. He's a bit slow to get up, but no call is coming. Play continues here. Here's Cagle. Jack Estes, first goal of this hockey game, scoring 19 seconds into the contest. Colton Walpert with the assist. Now Esmark carries it into the zone. There's a sharp angle shot. Reese is able to steer it aside with his stick. Now it comes to the middle of the ice surface, and it's kept in by Hanna. Through the middle, and almost intercepted there, but Riechpeter has it. Plays it down the ice, and it'll go down for an icing call. Down the ice it goes, was touched, so no icing call coming here. It has to be played by Hastings. And up ahead for Sarnowski. And taken here by Carshield. Cagle, and now Cagle gets it back again. Whips it around Stuffick. He'll kind of slap it into the zone, lost his glove, goes back to retrieve it. Now here's Ragnow with a shot. Bouncing puck comes in on Reese. He's able to easily steer it aside and keep play going here. Here's KURYLOVICH letting it go past him. Now Waddell slaps it further into the zone. Comes back to KURYLOVICH. KURYLOVICH has got some speed. Fires a shot. Save made by Reese. And he'll hold on for the faceoff. Just 4.5 minutes gone by here in the first period. It's actually 3.5 minutes gone by. It's 1-0 Carshield on the goal by Jack Estes. Andrews gets the feed. Andrews, a shot save made. And holding on was Vaught. Estes giving some direction, wins it back to Gruner. Gruner over to Winkleman. Taps it around. Comes around to the near side corner, and Andrews. Andrews loses it to Brophy. Winkleman plays it off the carom, trying to evade Surmack. Now Wayne Ruffner can't quite control it, has to go back to retrieve it. Ruffner peels around. Surmack has it now, along with Hanna and Ruffner in deep, and now it thrown out to center ice. Collected there by Will Gruner. Schuster. Now up, touch pass up to Estes, and controlled there by Lane Ruffner. Ruffner has it intercepted. Now hit there. Aiden Bruich comes out to support defensively. They'll get it out of the zone. Here's Hunter Parch. Tried a little toe drag move, but he was stymied nicely by number 28, Cagle. Now Schuster coming back the other way. Got Walpert with him. Passes behind Walpert, then trickles into the zone and played there by Mullen. Mullen wins the draw, back to Cagle. Novak with him in this defensive pairing. Mullen tries to knock it down in midair in the neutral zone. Now Hunter Parch comes away with it. Parch being harassed there. There's a shot. Rebound comes juicy right into the slot, and it's carried away by Carshield. Parch backhands it out of the zone. Cam Novak with it. Novak evades a hit from Parch. Goes deep in the Esmark zone. Off the glass and out. Collected by Cagle at the red line. Over to Novak. Novak, cross-ice dump in. And there's a couple of players changing for Carshield. Right back, there's a centering feed down low for Parch, and he was tied up defensively. Shanahan carries in 1-on-3, harassed by Ragno et al. And now comes to the blue line, played there by Sarnowski. Winkleman. And he did not get onside before the other players entered, therefore they have to tag up. That was Conti and Rishbeater along there with them. So that allows Esmark to escape the zone, shoot it in on Reese, and he scoops it up with the glove hand. Carshield leads it 1-0 here. 10:46 left to go in the first period. Meyer AAA and the Everett Silver Tips Elite are scoreless. Madison and Sioux Falls also just underway. And now play stopped here. Shots on goal are 5-3 in favor of the Stars. And there's Kuzitsky playing it back defensively. Delayed offside as Esmark is able to pass it out underneath the stick of Ferry and goes for a nice. Smonchik taking the draw, is going to win it. There's a shot deflected off a leg and in on Vaught. He makes the save. Ferry will lift it. Cole Ferry had a hat trick in that 4-1 pasting of Arizona yesterday. Now it's collected by Seth Hanna. Hanna off the glass and out. Up to Ferry. Ferry giving chase to Winkleman. Winkleman's able to get it up to Stefik. Stefik gains the zone. His soft dump in was deflected off the leg of Ruffner. And now Esmark comes back the other way. It's knocked out of play into the Esmark bench. Walpert in the offensive zone. Andrews giving chase there, although cutting him off was Reed Troutman. Esmark able to escape the zone. Here's Cermak, plays it across. They are onside, but can't connect on the pass. Here's Ryder Brophy. Sharp angles from outside of the face-off circle. His shot was deflected. Here comes Parker Winkleman with Jack Estes. Estes at the face-off circle fires a shot off the side of the cage and to the end boards. Andrews, he gets bumped by Aiden Bruich. Puck played around here, collected by Brophy. Brophy, they come in onside. Here's Brophy trying to feather it to the opposite wing, and Aiden Bruich. It deflected, however, off the side of the cage and dumped into the zone by Novak. Estes with it, doing battle with KOSTERAU. Now stick handling in the zone. Here's Jonas Sopko. Hopping around to get in there, Corbin Ragno. And he's bumped off the puck. Carshield able to get it along the far side boards, however kept in by KOSTERAU with his glove. He'll try to bang it in further, but it only gets to the top of the faceoff circle before Caleb comes around for Carshield. There's a shot in on Vaught, makes the save juggling, and he finally covers it up on the ice, holding on for the draw. So the faceoff coming to the left of Kenny Vaught. Ruffner plays it back. Now I've head to Alex Komov. Coming free for KURYLOVICH. Here's Ferry. Ferry bearing down on Reese. Reese is able to get to the puck first and play it to his defenseman. And cleared down the ice. That is icing assessed. Goals are 1-0 in favor of Carshield. Jack Estes at the 19-second mark from Colton Walpert. Komov. He fires a shot that's wide to the blocker side of Reese. There's a centering feed, and Komov with the shot and a save made by Reese. He'll hold on for another faceoff. Ryan Hastings wheels around the boards. Cermak battling out with Alheim, and now Stefik is able to cut in with it. Here's Stefik. Centering feed, there's a shot, a save made by Vaught. Puck still free, comes out to Cermak and to the outside. Cermak then gets tripped up. Penalty coming up against Carshield. That one is going to go against Patrick Simonchi. Across and now to KOSTERAU. KOSTERAU holds it. Top of the face-off circle. Now Komov. Back to the point, KOSTERAU. Fakes the big drive. Ooh, whiffed on a pass. And Tony Andrews is able to carry it out to center ice. Now he'll work back over to Novak. Tried to clear it. Barry, however, gloves it down and is able to gain the zone on a turnover. Here's Komov. Waiting, top of the face-off circle. Big drive and a nice pad save made by Reese. That's Hastings at the point there. Komov now with it behind the cage. Now here's Hastings again. Hastings will play it down low for Ferry this time. Ferry harassed there by number 7. Troutman across, and now gets the return feed. Final 40 seconds of the man advantage. Shot in by Hastings, wraps around the board. Cagle is there defensively. And it's cleared out to center ice and all the way down to the left of Kenny Vaught. Conti wheels around and flings it. There's Parch gaining the zone. Jumped in. There's White. The shot scores! Dalton White from the point. Traffic was in front, and with 2 seconds remaining in the penalty, it's a power play goal for the Esmark Stars, tying this game up at 1. Power play goal by Dalton White. And with the assist by ALIAKSEI KOSTERAU. Game is all tied up, 1 apiece, approaching 3.5 to play in the first period. Alpert giving chase to it. Harassed there by Dietzman. Tries to play it off the back of the cage up to Gruner. Gruner, sharp angle shot, saved by Vaught. Put the paddle down to make that stop. KOSTERAU tries to lift it. Didn't get much air on it. Gruner will fire it in on that. Easy save there by Vaught. Brophy, it's defensive play. Gets it to the line, not out. Good offensive pressure here by Carshield, trying to answer that goal. Now Gruich wins the race. Down to the puck. Is behind the goal. Tries to play it back for Komov. Komov is in the front of the net, looking for a centering pass. Comes back to the point, and Ruffner. Ruffner, big drive off the leg. That one off Shanahan. And it comes in on the goaltender, Vaught, and with Shanahan bearing down on him, he'll just safely cover it up for the faceoff. Now here's Komov with it. Has a little bit of a space. Tries to get over to KURYLOVICH, who is racing down the middle of the ice surface, in between the hash marks, and now KURYLOVICH has it. There's a fade over to Ferry, and he fans on the one-timer. KURYLOVICH loses it, and Hanna gets spilled down to the ice. Cagle has it, and his own face-off circle. Now with under 2 minutes to play in a tie first period, 1-1. Novak comes in to play the puck. Over to Hanna. Hanna being harassed by Alheim. Long lead pass attempt, knocked down by Simoncic. And that's played there by Ferry. Ferry now heading to the bench. Carshield off the face-off win, although it's kept now there by Dalton White. White has the goal for Esmark. Now here's Estes. He's got the goal for Carshield. That one comes ricocheting back into the zone. KOSTERAU has it. Now comes back out the far side of the goal. Andrews steals it, carries it in the blue line. Here's Mullen, a shot, and that goes by. Maybe harassed there by Gatesman. Final second of play here. Maybe one last chance. They don't get it off. And that is the end of the first period. 17 minutes. Carshield AAA after 1. Dalton White with the Esmark goal. Jack Estes scoring for Carshield. And we are underway here in the second period. There's a shot from Aiden Bruich. It's steered aside by Reese. And Weber takes a spill, taken down by Cermak. Backhanded there by Brophy into the zone. Now down into the Esmark end. Hastings is able to get it. A little too far for Weber. Now off the skate of Bruich to KURYLOVICH. His shot whistles wide of the cage. And now Walpert has it for Carshield. Tapped forward by the defenseman KOSTERAU. Shots were 10-6. Esmark in that first period. So they do have the edge in shots on goal. And the game is tied here in the opening minute of the second period. Is KURYLOVICH. KURYLOVICH has got some space now. Over to Komov, the shot, and the save made by Reese. Rebound now carried away by Carshield. That was Weber. And now pitchforked along by Winkleman. Saucer pass for Ferry, too far for him. Couldn't handle it. And it goes for an icing call against Esmark. So face off to the right of Kenny Vaught. Will be taken and won by Dalton White. Gary gets crunched along the board. Kegel, a shot, deflects up to the side, as there is Rischpeter as well. Now Ruffner plays it back for Hanna. That's Hanna over to Parch. Kegel, he's able to keep it in. Kegel plays it along, over to Shanahan, who will fling it into the zone. Ruffner has it, will lift it, try to get it and keep it in play, but it does go out of play on the far side as play is halted. Now Winkleman carries it around in his own zone. Goes past Bacon, all the way down for Hastings. Stopko with it. Played it up and then lifted forward there by Sarnowski. Bacon will kind of fake the big drive and play it softly up ahead to Alheim. Carshield, they try to get to Bacon. Bacon unable to handle that pass, and he goes for an icing call in favor of Esmark. There's a shot, and it's a save made by Reese. First shot on net of the period went for Esmark. KURYLOVICH tries to glove it down. Now played by Cermak, and that's going to be called on the hand pass. Stopping play, 5:07 left until intermission. Brophy will lift it high in the zone. Novak plays it around. KOSTERAU has it. It came out of the zone, but does not re-enter as Mullen is able to intercept it off the deflection. Comes to the right of Vaught. Cermak gathers himself, gets it up to KOSTERAU. KOSTERAU, now he gets harassed there. Maybe a little hold getting away with. Play continues. There's Andrews digging at it in his own skate as Kegel now has it. Long lead pass they were trying to go for Estes. It was knocked away by KOSTERAU. Now coming in is Mullen, but they come in offsides as Jack Estes. Now Walpert going to take this draw against Aiden Bruich. And Bruich wins it, carries it out himself, and deep in the Carshield zone. Here's Gruner. He gets taken to the boards. Comal, he loses it. Over to Bruich. There's a shot from Hanna. That one gets deflected and into the protective netting behind. Hanna trying to keep it in. Now here's Waddell. On the return feed. Weber. Puck lifted high and goes into the penalty box. Now Hanna separating from. Now Waddell trying to get it past Sopko. Sopko, good job forechecking there. And Ragno giving chase to it. Has it, a little nifty backhand pass, although it's all Carshield players there. Walpert plays it up ahead along the far side boards. And now back into the Carshield zone. Ragno is there behind the goal. Picking up there Waddell. And Hastings giving chase to it. Up to Parch. Hunter Parch tries to get past Waddell, but he'll just dump it in. Gives up possession to Carshield. Shanahan up along the far side boards, now at the red line. Comes back to Walpert. Walpert gains his own. Parch is harassing him, shoves him into the end boards now. Shanahan throwing his body around as well. Now it comes to the far side, and Comal. KOSTERAU looking, finds it over for White. There's a shot, maybe not on net, could have been off the side of the cage, but it was steered aside by Vaught. Up ahead, and a nice long lead pass there for Comal. He's got Dalton White with him, but it's intercepted by Carshield. Coming back the other way. There's a shot saved made by Vaught. Tries to steer it aside, rebound, another save by Vaught, and it comes back to Rishbeater. Now taken away by Austin Gatesman. Up ahead for Comal. KOSTERAU now controls it in his own zone. Harassed there by Stefik. Will throw it down the ice. That's going to be icing against Esmark. Smonchek going to take the draw in the offensive zone. Taken up by Ferry, the left winger. And now controlled by Carshield in their own zone. Smonchek at center right. Battling there with KURYLOVICH. Trying to get the little muddle there into the zone. And now it finally is shot in by Stefik high above the net. Off the glass and to the far side face-off circle. There's Alheim. Into the corner there with Ruffner. And now KURYLOVICH has it. KURYLOVICH across to Ferry. Ferry taps it, couldn't control it. Winkleman had it, played it over to his defense partner. And down the ice and into the Esmark zone. Hanna trying to control it. Finally gets it down Winkleman as icing is waved off here in the final 45 seconds until the mid-period break. Winkleman had it poked off of his stick. Now here's Brophy. Brophy was stick handling, and Sopko was racing into the zone, and that brings the play up. Neutral zone face-off is won by Esmark. It's shot in, but Novak is there for Carshield. Gloves down at the neutral zone by Tony Andrews. Sopko plays it across. Novak hacking away at it. Here's Bruich with a shot, and it's chopped high above the net, off the glass behind the cage. There's Bruich cutting in. Puck is knocked down in the face-off circle. Big scrum there. There's Troutman, a shot. Lays up. There's another shot that was deflected off the stick of Cermak. Now it's shot back in. And here's Sopko. Goes down to his knees. There's a shot in front by Cermak, and it's covered up by Reese. as we have reached the halfway point of the hockey game. A little bit of extra pushing and shoving. After the play, the players are separated, and then the two teams will head to their respective locker rooms. So 25.5 minutes in the books on this one, and our score is the Esmark Stars 1 and 16U Dixon Cup round robin game between Esmark and Carshield. Tied up at 1 through 25.5 minutes of play. And we got a quick whistle here, just 7 seconds into the resumption of play. Shots through the first half. 14 for Esmark, 10 for Carshield. So far in the second period, tied up at 4 shots apiece. Here's Walpert gaining the zone. And he feathers a backhand pass, slides along the ice off the carom. It's carried up by KURYLOVICH. KURYLOVICH over to Komov. There he's got a shot over to Ferry, and that shot is deflected off the ledge of the dasher, high in the air, now comes into the corner. KURYLOVICH still doing work there. Andrews plays it across. Here's Estes. Estes over to Walpert. Intercepted by KURYLOVICH. Up to Cagle. And past him, here's Komov. Komov cutting in on the backhand. And that one went wide. Don't know if Reese got a piece of it. It stays out of the back of the net. Walpert in the zone and now plays it back out to Novak. Zach Estes for Carshield. This is the 19-second mark of the first period. At the scoring off to a start. Made it 1-0. Dalton White scoring at the 13:02 mark for Esmark of that first period. Tied it up at 1. We've been tied ever since. KOSTERAU collects it. Plays it up ahead to Bruich, and now taken away by Conti. Up back from Mullen. KOSTERAU gets there first. Played around the boards. Winkleman has it. Brophy reaching for it. He will get there, but now Michael Mullen has it. Mullen the shot through the top of the crease on a sharp angle. Goes into the corner, and now Hastings has it. Now down the ice it goes. Reese calls for icing. He'll get it with 6:14 left to go in the second period. Frischbeater taking this draw against number 13, Dalton White. Ferry hacks at it. Cagle keeps it in. Now Shanahan digging away at it along the far side board, being stapled there by Hanna. Now out to Dalton White. Dalton White holds onto it. Evades one bump, fires a shot, saved by Reese, and he'll hold on. Arizona. Stefik reaching for it. Pokes at it. Stick goes high in the air. Simonchek has it. Wraps around the cage, plays it back up to Winkleman. Winkleman fires a shot, hit a body in front. It was his own man. That was Cam Stefik. Now shoveled along by Sotko and controlled here by Carshield. Vaught plays it. Round and off the glass. Arizona and Rocky Mountain will play at 3 o'clock today. That's over at Rink 1. That being the other half of this pool. KOSTERAU leads it for Cermak. Now Estes. Andrews is calling for it, and Andrews has to hold up. Can't get the pass away to him. Winkleman. Winkleman fires a shot, deflects over to Walpert, and trickles in on the goaltender, Kenny Vaught. And he'll cut Soke, the goal for the Caps, the overtime winner. Thunder Bay Dallas Blackhawks Elite over the Colorado Springs Tigers, 5-4. That was in a shootout. Currently 8 minutes left to go in the second period. Meyer leads Everett 3-0. Madison over Sioux Falls 2-0. That was 7:38 left to play in the second period. There's a shot. Walpert scores! Walpert scores on the goal from Estes. And those two had connected on the goal in the first period, and now they return the favor. Estes. There's a shot from Komov, and that one is snagged by Reese. So in the first period, Estes scored, assisted by Walpert. And here in the second period, Walpert scored, assisted by Estes. Puck comes free in front. Troutman shovels it into the corner. Now here's Ferry to the point. Hastings fakes the big drive. And it's floated there by Ferry. Picked up, tried to get it back out to Troutman. Troutman was retreating. And it is kept in deep by Esmark. Como, nice pass to KURYLOVICH. KURYLOVICH in front. Ferry with a shot, and it's deflected into the corner. Hastings. Nice feed. KURYLOVICH. There's a shot save made by Reese. Troutman keeps it in deep. Winkleman has it, and he will just fling it down the ice. And they will gladly take this icing call to relieve the pressure. 2:57 remaining. Moving at the face-off circle and then move right to the face-off wing. There's a shot and a save made by Reese. KOSTERAU. Across to number 7, Corbin Ragnow. KOSTERAU takes the drive, deflected off the leg, goes right to Alheim. Alheim maybe trying to find Stefik, and then try to stick-handle it past Sarnowski. Sarnowski makes the defensive play. And now Simonchek will throw it in the zone. Up ahead, Ragnow's shot off the leg, scurries into the corner, and then up along the side boards. Kept in by the Stars. Novak has it, and he's got some space. Novak gains the red line and will throw it in deep. He'll go off for a line change. KOSTERAU bothered there and comes back, and here's Perry. Perry lays it back. There's a shot from White, and a nice going down to one knee to block it was Winkleman. Up ahead for Schuster. It's behind him. That allows the defenseman Ruffner to play it. White sidesteps one man. Comes back, Cagle. A little touch pass there by Schuster. Now to Shanahan. Shanahan's got some space but couldn't collect the puck. And kind of got pushed out to the outside and was taken out of the play. That one touched in deep by Cole Ferry. He was on the Carshield side of the red line, so no icing. Now Walpert carries it out. Walpert's gaining some speed. Drops it back. Top of the faceoff circle. There's a shot. Rebound. And that one goes wide. Behind the cage it goes. And Esmark able to lift it to the line. Not out. And was played with a high stick. That is what draws a stoppage with 34.5 seconds. 17-15 in favor of Esmark. So in the second period, that is 9-7 in favor of Carshield AAA. So Walpert will backhand it, lift it out of the zone. Estes there with Andrews. Drops it back for Andrews. Had it poked off of his stick by Komov. Over to Cole Ferry. Here's Cole Ferry gaining some speed. Rifles a shot. It's high off the glass. ricochets. It's Hastings behind the goal. And now plays it back for Komov. Backhand pass for Troutman. And that one hit the skates of Estes before it got in on net. Centering pass, and just a couple of legs of some Carshield players there. Carried out by Waddell, and that is the end of the second period. Period was 10-6 in favor of Esmark. And in the second period, Carshield had the advantage, 11-7. So add them all up. The shots on goal are tied at 17 apiece. Only one power play in this contest. It belonged to the Esmark Stars. They did score on that power play. It was a goal by Dalton White, assisted by ALIAKSEI KOSTERAU. There's a shot in on some traffic. Deflects into the corner. Now Weber gets it as the puck gets out to center ice, and then shot back in. Tagging up is Cermak, ready to forecheck. Now tapped forward by Mullen, giving chase to Reed Troutman. KURYLOVICH will play it back to Winkleman. Winkleman to Novak, back to Winkleman, the defense pair here for Carshield. Novak gets bumped off the puck by Ryder Brophy of the Stars. Off the glass and out to center ice. Touched there by Gatesman. And now up ahead. 3-on-2 here for the Stars. Back to Bruich. He fires a shot. Oh, it hit the post. Side of the goal now, Ferry. Behind the goal, Bruich. Ferry tries to get the pass. Went off his skate. And it was flung down the ice by Conti. Went through the rafters but didn't touch. Off the draw, the puck was jammed up along the near side boards. Ruffner tries to keep it in. He does help so. Parch is able to shoot it in further. And now taken away there by Dalton White. There's a shot by Parch. Rebound comes free. There's Ragno trying to knock it down. Now Carshield controls in their own zone. Rink-wide pass to Tony Andrews, who was calling for it. Andrews stops. Now he has a couple of players that went offside. They do have to tag up. That gives some space for the Stars to get it out of their own zone. Playing it off the carom is Ruffner. Now he'll go off for a line change. Ragno lost it to the outside. Played along the boards. Andrews is able to play it over to Walpert. Walpert knocked around. Now played up ahead for Brophy. Novak is able to pitchfork it out of the zone. Played back here, and it's Winkleman. Winkleman off the glass. Going down to a knee to keep it in is Hastings. Although it's played back out to center ice. Hastings gets it back. Gains the zone on a skate in. He fires it, but stands on the shot attempt. Played off the end glass by Winkleman. Into the corner it comes. Here's Brophy. Cermak along there with him, doing battle with Winkleman. Comes up to Cam Novak. Hastings is unable to keep it in the zone. He'll have to retreat back to neutral ice. Shanahan flings it in, goes off for a line change as they get it deep. Too far for Brophy, and that's going to go for an icing call against the Stars. Defensive zone face-off for the Stars. Carshield wins it. Estes comes to the near side boards, or check that Stefik, number 81. He came to the near side boards to play it. Cagle unable to keep it in, and it goes all the way into the Carshield end. Gruner giving chase to it. Now here's Komov, another shot, and that one is wedged somewhere into the body of the goaltender Grady Reese. He holds on for the faceoff. Back to Mullen. Wraps it around. Weber backs away out. Hastings, a big drive, deflects in front, and it's underneath the pad of Reese, and he'll hold on again. The face-off, the puck gets lifted into the protective netting. That halts play yet again. Clean face-off win back to Gatesman. There's a shot. It gets stopped in front. Now they'll play it up ahead to Weber. Here's Cody Weber. Play comes back up the other way for Esmark. They come in offside as Corbin Ragno drag that toe and stay onside. Another face-off win for Esmark. That one flung in by Ruffner. Knocked down, waist-high stick by the defense, and then cleared back out and into the Esmark zone. Here's Ferry playing it over to Bruich. Bruich tried to shoot it in, deflects back to Andrews. Andrews has got Walpert with him. Back to Andrews. Shot in on a cross-ice dump-in. Ruffner plays it, now backhand pass up to Bruich. Bruich with Komov with him. Over to Komov. Komov a shot, that one goes wide. Barry there to cut it off along the far side boards, gets it down to Bruich. Bruich now underneath the end line, comes back to Hanna. Hanna, big drive, that one's deflected and blocked by Andrews, the captain. Here's Walpert with him. Walpert coming in alone. Walpert trying to get to the forehand, leaps in, it's over the net and up along the end boards. That was a chance there. That one cleared the crossbar by just maybe an inch or so. And it remains 2-1 and play continues. Schuster, stick handling in his own zone. Off the skate of the defenseman Kegel. Allows Esmark to come back the other way. A shot in on Reese's save. Rishbeater taking his man to the boards, and the play comes into this near side corner. KURYLOVICH knocks his man down to get the puck. Here's Hastings. Hastings, the shot is blocked. Here's Rishbeater trying to get it out of the zone, and it just does trickle beyond the blue line. Esmark has to regroup, but they do with some speed. Here's KURYLOVICH. KURYLOVICH over to Hastings, and he spanned on that shot, didn't get a whole lot on it. And the shot went wide. Now here's Schuster playing it over to Rishbeater. And that pass is off the mark, and it will result in Eatsman inside the zone, but it escapes all the way down to the Stars' end. KOSTERAU with it across. Off the glass, kept in by Conti. KOSTERAU into the corner, played there by Cermak, and then up along by Brophy in front of his own bench. Carried in momentarily by Weber, but is taken there by Gatesman. Stick handling in the zone is KOSTERAU, and then gets canceled out by Weber. Thrown down the ice, and another icing call against Carshield AAA. Wraparound attempt. There's a rebound. Save made by Reese. Puck is still free on the side of the goal. Ferry doing battle there. Now comes back out to Ruffner. Cleared out to center ice. And now Andrews trying to gather it a couple of times. Finally does have it. And he will dump it in. Canceled out there by Ruffner just outside the blue line. Shots are 24-21 in favor of the Stars. It's 7-4 in this third period in favor of Esmark. Hanna had his stick knocked out of his hands. Carried in by Ferry. Stick handling around a couple of people. It's off the skate of Cagle. And now Estes has it along the far side boards. He'll lift it, try to get over to Walpert. He'll just tap it into the zone. Hastings, the Stars captain, has it behind his own cage. Outlet pass. And that charge is stymied there by Novak. Or that's Shanahan, 95, excuse me. And almost had a breakaway rush there, taking the puck away. Comes back Alheim. Doing battle with Brophy in front of the Esmark bench. KURYLOVICH able to tap it into the zone. And now Hastings able to play it before it reaches the end line. Approaching 8 minutes to play here in the third period. 2-1 Carshield AAA. On the strength of the second period goal by Colton Walpert. Brophy lifts it in the zone. It's off the end board. Played by the Carshield defense. Up ahead to Conti. Conti able to deflect it just enough to avoid the icing call. KOSTERAU has it. Slingshots around his own cage. Plays it over to Cermak. Cermak, possible 3-on-2 forming here. Over to Parch. Parch fires a shot, and it's saved by Reese. Good position there. And Brady Reese has been on point. On the draw, one back to Ruffner. Laid into the slot, and it was played there by Cagle. Gloved down by Ruffner, and then played. Ruffner played it across. There's a drive 90 feet away. Seeing it. Bruich takes the face off. Parch plays it back to the far side boards. Puck comes to the blue line. It is kept in by the forwards gathered there along the far side board. Now comes back to Vinny Conti. He'll get it to the line and out. Tapped back in by Troutman, and the Stars have to regroup. Weber taps it out of the zone. Now coming here. Looks like Mullen on that far side. Now Schuster's able to bat it down. Played by Hastings. Mullen, he takes Ferry down and throws his body around against Bruich again. Hastings with speed. He gets his pocket picked by number 13, Adam Rishbeater. And coming in offside is Carshield AAA. Monchik taking the draw, wins it back to Waddell. It's thrown down the ice. Hanna has it up to Ferry, up in the near side boards to Monchik, trying to prevent them from escaping the zone. And the Stars able to finally do it. KURYLOVICH has it. Can't quite handle it, but he gets it over. KURYLOVICH! Oh, it's in his skates and he can't find it! Oh, had a wide open net and couldn't cash it in. Thrown down the ice, and icing waved off as the puck just kind of stopped once it got really to the faceoff circle. Hanna collects it. Brophy past him. Icing waved off as Brophy was there. Here's Komov. There's a chance at the faceoff circle. Here's Komov, tries to lay it back. Walpert intercepts. Walpert lifts it up and cannot be gloved down by KOSTERAU. Hastings has it. Up to Komov. There's Brophy. Play it back and off the ricochet is Komov. But the puck comes back out to the neutral zone. Here's Brophy. Carries it in. Brophy stops. Spins and gets it down low to KOSTERAU. To Hastings. Big drive, Hastings! And Reese makes the save as he is able to see the puck into his paraphernalia with traffic in front provided by Dalton White, the 6-foot forward. Novak spins around. Conte giving chase to it. Got a little bump by Ruffner. Kept going. Play swung around to Brophy. Nice pass there to White. Conte trying to make a couple of whacks at it. It's finally played out of the zone by Carshield. And is played back to neutral ice yet again. Clock ticking now. 4:20 left to go in regulation. 2-on-1 here. There's Dalton with him. Dalton with a chance. And a save made by Reese. Now they try to jam it in on the far side. Guarding there is Reese. And he'll hold on for the faceoff. He's getting a big hand from his bench. Burridge getting kicked out of the face-off circle. It's going to be not Milan Cermak. But instead Cole Ferry winning that face-off to Cermak. There's a shot by Cermak. Oh, that one might have hit the post, or it went off the glove of Reese. It stays out of the net and play continues. Burridge in front for Cermak. And Burridge now cutting in, trying to get a shot away. And it comes back out to Hastings. Hanna able to keep it in at the blue line. And now it is cleared down the ice. This will be an icing call with 3:38 left to go in the third period. In this contest, Esmark scored on it. Simonchek of Carshield had the only penalty of the game in that first period. Now here's Walpert coming in one-on-one. Walpert will spin around a move. And his backhand shot goes well wide of the cage. Now throwing his body around to KURYLOVICH. And here's Como. Picked up here by Tony Andrews. Andrews will backhand it out of the zone. Ruffner has it. Plays it back, KURYLOVICH up to Parch. Andrews knocks it down and will fling it in deep into the zone. There's Cagle. They'll fling it down the ice. And now Novak has it, unable to keep it in the zone. And they'll go back and retreat. With now 2:22 left to go in the third period. It's 2-1 Carshield here over the Stars of Esmark. Winkleman giving chase to it. We'll get there first. Cagle has it. We'll whack at it, and it goes right to the Carshield bench and out of play. Esmark winning the offensive zone draw. They're really putting the pressure on Reese and the Carshield defense in this third period. Brophy tried to find it in that corner, and the puck is cleared into the protective netting by a Carshield defenseman. That will result in 6 remaining, third period. Carshield leads it 2-1. And the face-off in the Carshield zone to the right of the goaltender Grady Reese. Net is empty on the Esmark end. So the extra attacker on for the Stars. Chopped down the ice. Hastings has to get it. Comes into Ferry. Back to the point. Now here's Hastings, a shot, traffic in front, and that one whistled wide of the goal. Now hammering in front, and then Tony Andrews able to bat it out of the zone. Approaching 60 seconds to play here in the third period. Troutman. Got it up past Ferry, through Brophy, and it's tapped all the way down. Winkleman has it. And it's kept in the zone by Troutman. Hacking away at it, now going down to Anita Block. It was Winkleman. Lifting up the stick is Weber, and he's harassing Bruich there. Now Weber has it. And it's blocked and kept in by Ferry. Ferry into the corner now with Cagle. Into the corner it goes. Weber gives chase to it. And now scrum in the corner. And there's Troutman. Plays it high and settled down by Ferry. But now they're doing battle there in the corner. There's Weber able to get it, and it's not out of the zone. KURYLOVICH being harassed by Conte, kept in the zone. And once again, comes in on Reese, and Reese makes a save. 8 seconds left. Pushed out to the corner. Comes out free, out to the neutral zone. And that'll do it. 2 seconds, 1, and that is the hockey game. Carshield, AAA.